How's it going, everybody? In this video, we're going to be talking about Knull's player kit. And the reason this is blank right now is because I have no idea. This is a fresh read. We're going to experience this together. The only way we should experience something as monumental as the Symbiote Gods kit. All right, so here we go. Darkness ascends, abilities from the abyss, a new reign of terror. The fight for Battleworld has just begun, and so too has the journey to unlock a terrifying ally in Knull. We introduce you to the man behind the toothy grin in a recent blog, and today we're pulling back the dark curtain on his abilities to show you the chaos you'll sow when you unlock the King in Black. Knull's powers. Knull's a powerhouse who threatens his enemies with a multitude of techniques that skewer enemy teams with his multi-pronged kit. Immune to trauma, stun, and slow. Oof, don't like that. Knull's speed bar is untouchable. Oof, don't like that. Oh my god, no, that's so bad. Hold on. So he can't gain slow and he can't have his speed bar reduced. So we could reduce his speed stat. Emma, OP. Okay, let's keep going. Allowing him to set the pace. His passive stops enemies like Apocalypse and Mephisto from becoming empowered. Oh god, here we go. Instantly gaining the upper hand. That's actually crazy. So straight up, Mephisto's done. Mephisto's done on defense, which is so good because they just got us the 6th and 7th star option if you were lucky on the orb. I know. But he's going to be an offensive tool now. Like Apocalypse used to be defense, but he's offense now. That just has to be the case because we can see Knull on defense. We don't use Mephisto on it. But if we have our Mephisto on defense, it's going to be easy pickings for Knull now. All right. Knull's dominance extends with his darkness mechanic. So this is going to be a player thing. Each ability applies darkness, which stacks indefinitely and can't be resisted. Darkness forces an enemy to attack an ally on their turn, and the damage done by that attack increases with each darkness on that enemy. Darkness also reduces the afflicted damage and resistance, prevents gaining speed up, and allows Knull to heal on his turn, which increases per enemy with darkness. So he's gonna put out darkness stacks that's gonna do a mind control effect. That's going to have a stacking damage coefficient, prevents the enemy from getting speed up, and this is gonna happen on each ability. Does this happen on his basic? We're gonna see, because then you can call assists on him, and we can stack darkness that much faster, right? The battle only gets darker for Knull's foes. His ultimate ability applies the battlefield effect. We have a new battlefield effect. Enveloping darkness. When active on turn, they gain 1 darkness. Get their immunity flipped and they gain slow. So every enemy turn, they're going to gain the darkness, as well as on his attacks, as well as maybe on assists. So they're going to be mind controlling to attack. So this is why Astral had to have that tag, right? This is why Odin has to have that tag. But the tag I'm talking about in their kit is that this character does less damage when he's mind controlled. They had to have that because Knull is going to be the god of that mechanic. Okay. And for his finishing touch, Knull unleashes a symbiote to do his bidding. The first time used during a match, Knull's special summons Carnage. Enraged. Whoa, hold on. What does Carnage Enraged mean? Hopefully he's got the costume, the absolute Carnage costume. But is this Carnage going to give Knull speed bar? Is he a symbiote? He is a symbiote. Who is much stronger than a typical summon and immediately gains 2 safeguard turns and defense up for 2 turns. This Enraged Carnage has a modified version of Carnage's kit, which does increased damage and applies trauma. Oh, all hail the King in Black. Traits: Villain, Cosmic, makes sense. Mystic, sure. Controller and Symbiote with a speed of 127. So that Symbiote tag is super important because there's going to be other symbiotes that are going to fuel into that, right? Like, for instance, Carnage giving speed bar. All right, the basic, his Void Slash. His Void Slash does apply darkness, so does his ISO. So for sure, strikers, so we can stack the darkness up, right? And then maybe we get characters that'll call into assists. That's going to be nutty. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 270% piercing damage. Apply slow. Mind control a random enemy with darkness to attack the most injured enemy. Controlled character gains 20% damage per darkness on that character with 20% damage per darkness. This could stack up super fast. Up to a maximum of 200. So if you have 10 stacks. So you can stack indefinitely, but at 10 stacks, it does the most amount of damage. Okay. When forced to attack an ally, this character does not apply darkness to that ally. Good. This attack cannot be blocked or dodged. It's not that it can't be missed. That's important, right? So Weaver can make him miss this. Blind can make him miss this. That's interesting. And it also, oh wait, it does slow as well? Jesus. Oh my god, it applies slow on both that and the ISO. He's a striker for sure, right? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Let's see the special. This is available turn 1. If this character does not have trauma, which he's immune to trauma, it said. Right? He's immune to trauma, stun, and slow. Yeah. Interesting. If this character does not have trauma, transfer all negative effects from each ally to self, then flip all negative effects on self. Copy 3 random positive effects, excluding stealth and taunt, from self to each ally. Heal self for 15% of this character's max health. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 350. That's a big number for new stats. And apply 1 darkness. The first time this ability is used in a match, summon 1 Carnage Enraged ally. The summoned Carnage Enraged ally gains Safeguard for 2 turns and Defense Up for 2 turns. This attack is unavoidable and cannot be blocked. Unavoidable. So here, this one's unavoidable. This is cool. So he's cleansing his entire team. There's no call out to symbiotes here. He is the definition of a plug and play character. He can't gain trauma, but I guess he's not going to pull stuff off other people with trauma. He doesn't have that decay effect that, say, Shadow King has. Ultimate, also available turn 1. Attack all enemies for 300, so it's all enemies, 320% piercing, apply 2 slows, trauma for 2 turns, and 1 darkness to each target. If this character does not have exhausted, so he does have a pity system. If you put exhaust on him, the ult's not going to do as much. Clear all battlefield effects on the enemy side and apply the battlefield effect enveloping darkness to the enemy side. This attack is unavoidable and cannot be counterattacked, so we have another unavoidable attack, this time hitting everybody. And here we go, enveloping darkness. On enemy turn, apply 1 darkness to that enemy, plus flip immunity on that enemy. On enemy turn end, apply 1 slow up to max. So the reason it's on turn end is so that it doesn't get cleared right away, right? And this could stack up. So if the enemy already has 1 slow from when you say you ulted, it'll reapply the slow. This is perpetual slow on the enemy. The battlefield effect lasts until cleared until the end of match. That's crazy. It's perpetual slow. Okay, but if exhausted, will not apply the battlefield effect. Odin clears exhausted. Okay, so we're starting to see some pieces come together. Passive, King in Black. Characters killed by Knull cannot be revived. Perfect. On spawn, gain defense up for 2 turns and apply 1 darkness to an enemy with the highest damage. Perfect, so that enemy is going to do a mind control attack, right? On turn, heal self for 5% of this character's max health per enemy with darkness. So it's not per stack, it's per enemy. So if you have 5 enemies, he's healing 25%. If this character's health is full, instead bury yourself for 5% of this character's max health per enemy with darkness. I wonder if he's 10% off max health, but you have 5 darkness. Does he gain 10% health and then 15% barrier? That's he's gonna be super. Gain assist chance. Oh, gain plus 15% assist chance per villain ally, plus an additional 15% chance per symbiote ally. Yo, he's gonna be putting so much darkness. Gain 10% speed per symbiote ally. Symbiote allies gain 15% speed and piercing. Oh, Hive Mind's gonna be nuts. Oh my god, Hive Mind's gonna be stupid. Symbiote allies gain 15% speed and piercing. So Void Knight is now gonna be fast with that speed bar, and he's gonna get assists. This character cannot gain trauma, stun, or slow. This character's speed bar cannot be reduced. Enemies cannot become empowered. It doesn't matter if he's exhausted. It still can't be empowered. Darkness. On enemy turn, if that enemy has darkness, mind control that enemy to attack the most injured enemy. This attack gains 20% damage for each darkness on that enemy up to maximum of 200. We saw that. Enemy with darkness cannot gain speed up. We saw that. Still OP though. Still very impressive. Gain 10% drain and 10% speed for each enemy with darkness. 10% speed for each enemy. So 50% max speed. Up to a maximum of 50% for self and all symbiote allies. For self and all symbiote allies? Gain 10% drain and 10% speed for each enemy with darkness, up to a maximum of 50% for self and all. So symbiotes are getting 15% speed flat, and then they get up to another 50% plus Carnage passive. Lower damage reduction, damage and resistance by 25% for all enemies with darkness. This effect cannot be resisted. They're leaving the door open that they could always make a new symbiote team. So this is amazing for symbiote. It doesn't mean he has to use his symbiotes though. So he's gonna, so hold on. Because his ultimate's available turn 1, and he'll apply darkness to every single target in a 5v5 match. That means he's gonna get 50% speed right away. So he's 127 plus 50, so he's is 127? So that's what, 63.5? So he's gonna have like 190 speed? That's crazy. After his first turn, Knull is gonna have 190 some speed. Wow. Oh my god. Lower damage reduction, damage resistance by 25% for all enemies of darkness. No, he doesn't. Lower damage reduction, damage, and resistance by 25% for all enemies of darkness. So he's lowering their damage reduction. Does that also get rid of armor, or is that just for certain characters? But lowering damage by 25% for all enemies with darkness? If there's 5 of them, he lowers their damage by 125%? How does that work? Okay, but okay, sure. Well, I'll ask you about that. That doesn't make any sense, right? But we'll ask you about that. Carnage. Villain, City, Bio, Brawler, Spider-Verse, Symbiote. This is the enraged version at 126 speed, so the speed is the same. Attacks the primary. Primary target has a negative effect. He'll chain. That's the same as before. Will not spread stun. Counterattacks break this chain. Same thing. Okay. Special Slaughter. Attack the primary target for 420, 100% additional damage per negative effect, clearing effects. On the front primary target, attack all adjacent targets for 8k. So that's the same as old Carnage. Well, I guess same with the new one. Just he doesn't have a rate tag, obviously. Ultimate. The primary target is above 50% life. Okay, so this is the same as new Carnage, except better. Apply trauma for 2 turns, disrupt for 2 turns, and bleed for 2 turns. If the primary target is below 50% life, apply offense down, defense down, and slow. He'll gain offense up if they're below 50% life, defense up, and speed up. Attack primary target for 500% pierce and apply 2 bleeds, 2 turns. Let's just hold on for a second. This Carnage Enraged is going to gain speed up, but is also a symbiote, right? He's a symbiote. So he's also going to gain 15% speed off rip, and when Knull takes a turn, an additional 50% speed. That's 65% speed plus speed up on 126. This is absurd. Hold on. This is actually absurd. I mean, in a cool way, because Carnage is an awesome character, but I'm kind of scared about facing this guy. Okay, the ultimate is just going to rip people apart. Passive. When an enemy drops below 25% life, fill speed bar by 30% for self and a random Knull ally. Plus heal for 10% of this character's max health. On kill, apply vulnerable to the enemy with the lowest resistance that does not have vulnerable, so that you can stack on more vulnerable, so stack on more darknesses with Knull, right? Whenever an enemy has taunt, gain 50% crit damage. This Carnage is kind of busted too. So wait, can both Carnages can give additional speed bar? So it'll be like 60% whenever you drop an enemy low. 60% speed bar, right? Can he gain speed bar? This enemy speed bar cannot be reduced, so it can be increased. So hold on, Knull's gonna get 50% speed, is at 127, so he's gonna be around 190, and he can get like 60% speed bar if he's got his summoned Carnage plus another Carnage. This is fucking stupid broken. In a cool way, but Jesus Christ. Knull busted. Knull is gonna be worth the wait. Start pushing Battle World. Get to that D5 to get him unlocked as fast as possible. I don't think the nodes are incredibly difficult. The teams that they suggested we build up, those are the teams, if you have them built up, you're just going to zone through or zoom through the nodes and get him unlocked when everyone else does. Like, I think my Baby Alliance will get him unlocked maybe 2 weeks after my Big Boy account does. Like, it's not going to be that big a deal. This is crazy. He's not epic or legendary or nothing. Villain, Cosmic, Mystic, Controller, Symbiote. He's nothing. Cool. He's crazy. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. This is actually crazy. This is going to be... And he's got 50% assist chance. The darkness stack... So his first attack, he hits everyone. He puts darkness on each target. So that fulfills his passive's need for the maximum drain and speed. The symbiote's going to be nuts. Poor Venom is going to get kicked off the team again. I wish he had some sort of like straight Venom callouts, like Venom gains an additional 200% damage or something ridiculous. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about Knull in the comment section below. If you like this video, please make sure you leave it a like, share with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Looking forward to playtesting this guy and sharing that with you as soon as possible. Battle World just got a lot more important. That's all I gotta say. Battle World got a lot more important. Let's freaking go. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.